Hello, this is Brian Scuttle of Sonic Cinema. I was originally going to do an Instagram quick take review of Garrett Bradley's Time, which is now on Amazon Prime. Time is the story of Fox Rich, who's an entrepreneur and a mother of six, who's basically become a modern day abolitionist. She's spent 2 decades campaigning for the release of her husband, and the reason he's in prison, and they were both sentenced in a robbery that they made out of desperation in the 90s. She was able to get out, but he was stuck in a 6 year sentence, and without parole, without chance of parole. And she's been advocating for him to have a chance at parole ever since. I wanted to use time as a jumping off point of what a wealth of important importance that to the medium of filmmaking that documentary films can be. It's not just a reflection of life, even though it's more based on true stories than your typical biopic. But what's so important about documentary, I think, is the fact that we do get an opportunity to witness lives that we may not necessarily experience ourselves, and we might be able to find something in those lives that we can resonate with. And that's one of the most powerful things about cinema, but especially when it comes to documentaries, because of the fact that I think that can bring us closer together as humans. And I think it gives us a natural empathy towards our fellow man that narrative cinema is not always capable of. And one of the things that's so great about Time is the fact that it uses uh, footage from hundreds of video diaries that Fox has recorded over the years for her husband. And it uses that as well as modern day footage of her fight to get him out of prison to paint this wide portrait of this family and of this struggle over the course of 81 minutes. And that, I think, is one of the most remarkable aspects of documentaries. And this year in particular has been one of the strongest years for documentaries. I've probably seen more documentaries this year than I have in previous years. This has just been a tremendous year, and a lot of these are available through various streaming formats. If you have a chance, these are all going to be mentioned in my end of the year blog, as well as the 10 best, as well as what my 10 best list will look like. Feels Good Man by Arthur Jones, about the evolution of Pepe the Frog, is one of my absolute favorite documentaries ever, and one of my favorite political documentaries ever. The Painter and the Thief, which I believe is on Hulu right now, is absolutely a wonderful documentary that, like Time, gives us a chance to feel empathy towards our fellow humans, and in a way that is quite powerful. One that unfortunately you won't see because of legal issues that stemmed from it, and it's a shame because it's a terrific documentary, is Coup 53, which is the story of the British angle of the overthrow of the democratically elected government of Iran in 1953 on the British side. The American side has been relatively well known over the years, but this one shows the British side, and it's an absolutely riveting piece of filmmaking For legal reasons, unfortunately, it's not going to be shown anytime soon. I don't know when that is, but believe me, I will make you aware of it when it is shown, because it's one that I think is completely fascinating to watch. If you want to comment on this video with some of your favorite documentaries, I love Errol Morris. He's probably my favorite documentarian, and I mean I think he's probably a lot of people's favorite documentarians. Steve James, who did Hoop Dreams and Life Itself, the Roger Ebert documentary. There's so many others though, and it's well worth your time if you haven't really explored the world of documentary filmmaking to do so. Not only are they usually fairly short, but they also, I think it's important to get that glimpse of lives that aren't necessarily ours, and ones that, it would be helpful for us to understand a little bit better about ourselves. And I think that's one of the great strengths of documentary filmmaking. And I hope that when I'm talking about documentaries and the best documentaries I've seen this year, that will be reflected in that. So this is Brian Scuttle. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy.